Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's on, Justin? Unsoughtful Devil, Wheats Bro, Garden Trader, Sandollar, Mighty One, Kim, Eric, Prop Street, Chuck, Maddie, Jack, Adam, Tobias, King Carnage, E. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, fam. Let's trade alongside our plans today and commit to sticking to them. I like that. Finally, I was able to get the first like. Nice. I actually saw a few people message me about that this weekend. They were like, yo, what exact time are you starting so I can get to the stream or whatever? And I was like, it'll be open, blah, blah, blah. They're like, all right, good. I'm trying to get that first like. I'm like, what? It's not an actual accolade, but I'll accept it. Good morning. Good morning. And yeah, I've already posted all the game plans, the news, the earnings, all that good stuff. So be sure to check that out. If you're in the Discord, posted the spy game plan. Last night posted the schedule to everyone. Daffy posted the sector rotation. Looks like he'll be watching a few things, honestly. And then last night I posted the levels for Spy, SPX, Triple Q. Mel also shared his chart. The chart is, of course, moved from those levels last night, and I've posted an updated game plan from the movement this morning because we did shoot up a lot. We're sitting just under this 513.99 pre-market high, which might have changed. I didn't even go look, but I'm pretty sure it's the same. But yeah, we're just kind of waiting for market to open. We got 40-something seconds. We're looking for either a breakout over 513.99 towards 515, over 515 for more continuation. We'll either see that or we'll see a rejection of either of these levels, and we'll come back down to 512.50, most likely 511.70 to see can they try to hold this as support. And if not, then we most likely will get that further dip, which is what is needed for bears to break pre-market low, 510.76, which again, these aren't for breakouts. I'm marking pre-market high, pre-market low. We'll also add a dotted line to today's open when that happens, but for now, we're just waiting. Good morning, Mel. I was shorting 5,200, saw the resistance turn supply, made a 180 and took... Damn, nice, Tobias. Happy Monday indeed. Good morning, Susan. How are you doing? Good morning, John. Good morning, VC. If you guys have anything cool on watch or you have any kind of game plans you want to mention to the group, go ahead and drop it in the YouTube chat. Or if you're in Discord on Trade Floor, go ahead and drop it in there. You can also post a chart if you'd like. But guys, it's Monday. It's a very light news day. And we're starting higher. So those are two parameters for me to not trade as heavily today. So if I take anything, it's going to be super light. Because again, you want to be prepared mentally as well as keep your account ready for the rest of the week. So this might be one of my days where I'm not really touching much. We'll see though. I'm not going to sit here and let a couple things keep you out of taking trades. There's some amazing chart setup for the day. SPX breaking over a really good area. IWM not reacting much. 10-year not reacting much. Dollar not reacting much. Apple is up through the roof. Microsoft is down this morning. That means the two top weights of tech are going the opposite direction. Actually, I have NVIDIA here. Oop, zoom in a little bit. All I did was go from the fib of the recent move. And you can see we're actually trying to hold 907.80s, which is really needed for bulls to try to stay in the fight here on this chart. For NVIDIA, that is. AMD up against recent supply, nothing crazy. Tesla finally getting some buy reaction on that daily time frame. When's the last time they even gapped up? Gap down, flat, flat, gap down, gap down. Okay, they got a little bit of a gap up here, a little bit one here. So we got two gaps in a row in Tesla. It's a good sign that maybe a slowdown has finally shown up. Because again, you don't have any of that action here. That's all gap downs. Amazon and Meta, man, I swear these look the same. It's like a grind up and a dip. It's kind of like what Nvidia, Amazon, Meta, a few of these look like that. I wouldn't sleep on cost. This is randomly going to be one that just pops off one day, but give this time. This one does like to settle a little bit. I don't see anything else. Oh, McDonald's is another one. This is another one y'all need to start watching. Short term. More for like looking for like inside bars and slowdowns and stuff, and then you can look for plays, but this is going to be another one that progresses over the next couple weeks. I would say Costco and McDonald's. Keep those both on watch. There's one more, but I can't remember it. It's definitely not Boeing. Not Roku. We're waiting on that one. Alright, well, I'll think of it later. But we'll go find one later. SPY is moving up just a little bit more. I think it's just a lot of weight settling this morning. But more weights are moving higher right now, so that's a good sign for the market overall. Maddie Clans, good morning, good morning. Green Candlestick says, I'm watching Adobe. Good looks. Google's up crazy. Yeah, Google's killing it. They had some news come out today, too. There's also a lot of reports posted about Google and just different AI facts and stats and stuff, so who knows? Like that piercing line on coin you posted. Oh, yeah, this one right here. Yeah, I went and back and I was like, you know what? I need to rechart this because, like, I know, like, Sinful, someone I talk to a lot. He likes to look at coin, and coin does have really good movement, so I wanted to have it ready. So I just went back and grabbed some recent supply, recent supply, recent supply, recent supply. Oh, I say recent, but it's all the way back here in 2022. But you know what I mean, recent as in we haven't really been here since. But here we are again. We're up against it here. Got out, slowing down, but holding a support. So might be seeing some good buyer moves off of the 220s to the upside of coin. If we get any break of 220s, we can also look at that as a short-term downside move. So really just giving us a play either way. But yeah, right now buyers are definitely still in effect. And then Adobe, who said that? Do I even have that on here? Nope. Okay, let's add it. Pretty sure I charted it last week for somebody though. Yeah, I was gonna say. It's rare that I'm not prepared. Good pushover, 498.70s, 500s are also holding right now. This is a good spot to react after earnings. But like I said with Costco and McDonald's, you might want to see this base out more. But this is a beautiful, beautiful find. Good job. It is holding really good, not just demand, but also a good recent support. So maybe just a sign that, yeah, this is where they sold off to, and maybe they base out and get some good buyers off this. I would look for curling moves. I'd look for bullish patterns. I would look for higher lows. I would look for basing. I would look for all three of those things. And if you don't see them, then they're probably not. It's probably not going to get bought back up. It's probably going to fall back down. That's the same thing with Roku, McDonald's, Costco. If you see any kind of like weakness pop up, yeah, it's probably not going to be a dip buy. It's probably about to be a slowdown that just looks really ugly for both sides. Remember, not every chart when you pull it up. Think about this too. Not every chart that you pull up is going to look bullish or bearish in that exact moment, right? And you got to think about that too on the fly. So whenever you're looking for swing trades, day trades, you gotta look at it and be like, you know what, this isn't ready. It's not bullish or bearish. It's just not really ready for anything, you know. And that's when you decide, okay, I don't really need to touch this, or if you do, touch it with very, very light risk. What's good, peoples? All the chips on the move up. Good job, Sand Dollar. I see Microsoft also switched positive. Tobias. I don't always FOMO back into a stock after closing a trade, but took 1K and dumped. I knew you were going to say SMR. He said, and it's still pumping. Hey, that's okay, man. Like that kind of lines up with what I literally just got done talking about. He said, I don't always FOMO back into a trade, blah, blah, blah. But he put 1K into a play, which in Tobias's case, and this is not going to be in everybody's case, but in relative to like how he normally trades, that is pretty light. So is that really a mistake? No, I don't see it as you chasing. You know, you didn't put in normal size risk because that would be stupid. But you didn't. You followed it still, but you put light risk. So it's like it. Yeah, you took the riskier path, but then you kind of like made it not so risky. So I don't know. I don't really know if it's a mistake. I would say it's a good thing. Not as significant as it was, but it's something. DE, huge 5-minute green bar at the open. Good call out by Sanddollar. He also said CLF opening with strength. We'll check those out here. We'll just look at them now. John Deere, nice move. They seem to have already given some of those gains back. They're at the top of the fib that I had drawn, which again, this was for a lead test. They failed doing a lead test, held the halfway point of, inside of here, and then closed back out. And then over a course of next 3 days, they've made it to the top of this area. So, yeah, pretty bullish considering that they were down in the 350s not so long ago. And then Costco's CLF's the other one you said, which I love looking at CLF. Thank you for posting these two. I love looking at John Deere and CLF. These move so well. They have good, strong patterns. They're reliable. And they take time to set up, which I think is another good, important lesson for all of us to learn. Not just, oh, let me get in this. It's for calls. Oh, let me get in this for... No, there's also a part of the chart where it says, don't enter shit. Wait for this to set up for this, And I call that pending. Like, this chart's pending right now. We're waiting for something to tell us something. Then we can get in. I know that sounds crazy how I'm explaining it, but I swear. Just posting a screenshot to the Discord. Nothing crazy. Good morning, Ace. Good call out by Prop saying spies above CDO and is now battling Thursday 27th close area. 7th, you meant. Also kind of fighting the 2-day ago close. 2-day ago in terms of trading sessions, not actually 2 days ago. This is bullish from open. Again, let's give ourselves context. We are bullish from open. From open, we have a higher open over the previous day. We're almost to the highs of 2 days ago. And here we are holding over today's open after having a little bit of a move to the upside, a little bit of a move to the downside. So this isn't anything crazy bullish yet, but we are still holding a very bullish area. So keep that in mind. A loss of 513.99 can be seen as potential short-term bearish towards 512.50, maybe even 511.70s if we see that level break. So keep that in mind, guys. That is a big pivot point. I always like to think of that as like basketball. Even if you guys don't watch basketball, we all know what the pivot foot is. When you have the ball and you're dribbling and you pick up your dribble, you can only move one of your feet. You got to keep one of those planted. That's exactly what that level is. The current day open is a pivot point. It's pivotal. Either side can take advantage of breaking or retesting it. So these are the areas you need to be looking at the most. I feel like I've only been talking about current day open for the last couple weeks, like very, 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 very heavily. So again, I hope a lot of you guys have actually been reviewing this stuff on your own. Exactly what Ace just said. If that, then this. Being conditional. Having parameters set, Therefore, you're actually trading off of something. You're not just going, I think it did this. I think it looked like that. Why is it crazy that I had that before we even opened? I said why I had it marked. I didn't, guess or anything. It's because when I was doing my watch list this morning, I started at this time at 7:10. I drew that as my high. Hold up. I don't know why it's saying 7:10 right there. There's no way it was 7:10 when I started. Maybe it was. Okay. Well, that's why I drew that. I drew that because that was the pre-market high. Maybe I started really early. I don't remember that. But then they popped. Then they kind of dipped. So I was like, okay, that'll definitely be the high. And then, of course, they came right back up to it and they opened right there. So I don't want to look like I'm some genius. That's why I did it. It's because it was the pre-market high at one point. It is not technically, though. Technically, it is 514.10-ish. So I didn't want to like trick you or anything. That would have been cool though if I somehow guessed today's open. That would have been cool. It's at 10 now, the F. Never seen something squeeze like this. Yo, Tobias, quit looking. I thought you were a genius. I didn't want to trick you, man. I didn't want to trick you. I'm going to go to the 1 minute, guys. This is a little too boring for me. I'm not going to lie. I've been loving the whole setup of like drawing on a bigger time frame and then coming down to the 1 minute and just really just going at it. You know, if I see us breaking today's open or making a higher low above it, you know, I take the risk. Take the risk. Stick to your plan. It's really fun to set up a plan and then try to follow it as best as you can. Because the more over time that you do that, go over your game plan beforehand, try to trade as best you can towards it, and then afterwards review it and see, all right, where did I mess up? What did I pull away from what I said beforehand? And what did I not? What are the points where I did do a good job? Then you can truly start to kind of go in the direction of like, all right, let me make my own higher lows. Let's just keep going that way. Keep making the better of the worst decisions. You know what I mean? Because we're still going to make mistakes here and there. But if we can make the better worst mistake, you know what I mean? Then it's not going to be so bad over time. So that's why you got to try to stick to the game plan as much as you possibly can. And by the way, guys, we have 80 people in here. That is crazy. Welcome all of you. And honestly, pat yourself on the back. It's only been 14 minutes after the open. And there's over 80 people in here. That means you guys are actually waking up on time. You guys are actually showing up to be prepared for the day, even if today isn't going to be the greatest. And I already kind of explained that. You know, today's a light news day. We've already had a nice higher open. There might not be a great move the first part of today. You might get one at lunch. You might get one at power. You might get one this morning. I'm not going to say you can't, but just shows testament to how hard a lot of you guys are working. And I really am hyped to have you kind of people around, because you have lazy people around you, you're going to start getting lazy. You have people who are unfocused around you, you're going to also start being unfocused. So it's nice to be around people who are actually willing to be up, be prepared, disciplined, kicking ass, ready to go. Even if we're not all sitting here making $1 billion, who gives a shit, right? We're making our own higher lows and we're working hard. So seriously, pat yourself on the back. I really am hyped to be around people like you. 82 people up this morning, 15 minutes in. Man, years ago when I started this shit, nobody was up at this damn time. Everybody would wake up at 9 o'clock. They'd wake up 30 minutes after market open. That's 9 o'clock my time. And I swear, man, people were so lazy. We have almost 90 people in here, and it's not even 9 o'clock. That blows my mind. That just speaks to the level of just hard work a lot of you guys are willing to go. And I'm not glazing, but I'm just saying. But I wanted to say that because every time in here, we got like 50, 60, 70 people in here, but we have almost 90 people in here, and it's not even 9 o'clock yet. That's crazy. Never in a million years could I have guessed that. Mino sleep, didn't have to wake up. I guess that does make the process easier. You just skip the whole sleeping step. That is good, yeah. That's efficient. Whoa, Boeing down big time today. They did not like pretending to hold support. What do I mean by that? Pretending to hold support? Just kind of reacting. You know, just react. This is reaction is what this is. This is an impulse move or reaction. The opposite of that would be a reset candle. Now, this isn't a reset candle. I'm just going to isolate this. But let's say you were at a support and you were actually bouncing. When you move up to the upside, whenever you have that first initial reaction, of that high to the, low of the move to the high of it, you want to see if that next red candle, which in this case it was the third candle, sometimes it's the second, the reset candle, it's a reset candle if it's holding the 50%. If not, then it could be a potential pullback, right? So that's what we're looking for. Which that's why I said it's a fake hold, because they fake held this as support. This 182.33 level, which that's why we didn't just go long. You want to see more information first, and then the most powerful bearish candle follows afterwards. I was gonna say the bearish candlestick pattern, but I want to see if you guys know it. What is this candlestick pattern called? Yeah, we know that's a hammer. We get the inverted hammers. I get your shooting stars, your shooters, your hammers, your inverted hammers. But what is this candle? What are these? What does this jump to? CJ Savage, bro. Do we have CJ Stroud in here? Oh, it is St. Patty's, isn't it? Anybody drink some green beer? Anything cool? Yep, housing market index out at 13 minutes from now. We'd call it by Eric. That is the only big news that's happening today, and it's really not that important. But Eric is right, and he even explained that himself. May not move the market, but you should still be aware. Because if you're in an open position and then randomly at 9 o'clock, you're like, why is everything moving? Well, that's why. A lot of the big news comes out at 9 o'clock most days. A bearish kicker. Correct, guys. This is a bearish kicker. Good job. We'll go back to SPY real quick. Sorry. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew their patterns. SPY's still not really moving. We do have lower highs. We made a move up and then made some lower highs. So it is a little bit bearish now. But we're still above today's open. So please keep that in mind. Today's open is very important. Too much, Ace Ventura said when I asked how much green beer did everybody have. Post St. Patrick's Day candle. That would be pretty cool to get like a really big green candle on St. Patty's, but who knows? Anybody watching anything crazy that I should switch to? Is SPY not the move today? Somebody wake me up if not. Looks like some of the tech, Microsoft holding more gains. A lot of the tech still holding their gains. That's a good sign. AMD's almost flat. All right, we have some lower highs stepping in. You had a continuation of the downside, but we still do not have a break of today's open, which is really where the bears can really start to move from. So if you see them push under that, definitely a good risk-reward trade to the downside. But if you see a hold of 513.99, you have to assume that buyers are going to try their hand at 515 again. So, two very, very clear plans today. Does everybody understand what I just broke down? I want to make sure everybody's on the same page with their game plans. Sorry guys, I'm typing saying Kevo is in right side of trend. Break of open can bring bears short term. If not, remain bullish towards 515 and break over 515 for more buyers. Current day open is key again. Current day open. I was just repeating basically everything I just said to y'all. I just wanted to make sure y'all knew that so you didn't think I was typing a bunch of random stuff. Actual last name, P. Spooler. See you, dog? That's a tough name, actually. CJ Savage. I would mess with a guy with their last name is literally Savage. Did you just walk into guitar? The music. Don't you pop, don't. Mel, we're above today's open. Don't ignore trend. Holy fuck. It's like you have the sound off to my stream, dude. If we break today's open, we can flush. But you better be tight risk right here. Do not ignore today's open. DE lost its opening edge. E. CF flat now. E. AMD's flush-a-roni. Yeah, I'm done watching SPY. Let's go watch some weights, and this is how we'll determine if SPY drops. If you see the weights pulling back, like NVIDIA, like Microsoft, not like Apple. Apple's still not breaking support. Honestly, this might be where things slow down. If you see Apple break to the downside, that could be what breaks SPY's back. Because it's still holding somewhat, and it looks like because of Apple. There's a lot of weights breaking to the downside, including some of Google's weakness. After it's moved to the upside, of course. I'm talking about like the last few minutes. Some of the sectors have turned red. Like I didn't see as many red healthcare stocks till just now. Looks like every sector is still green though. Utilities are the only red sector, and they are getting a nice reaction to the upside. Tech still holding 1.25% of their gains. Out half in case. Good job, Mel. Yeah, I don't care if he's looking for the morning gap fill. You guys are ignoring today's open, and it's fucking annoying. Because, yeah, sometimes it is going to drop under this, but guess what? More than not, it's not going to. And then guess what? You're going to lose money, and then you're going to be like, why are things breaking? We're above today's open. What do you mean? Like, that's what I don't get. That is like the first thing I've ever gone over is, are you bullish above or below today's open? Like, and then you sit here and tell me you're short. Like, so you're guessing. You're guessing that this will drop. You better be light risk because that's what you're doing. You're not trading, you're guessing. You're guessing that it's going to break today's open. You have no actual confirmation that it's going to do that. That is guessing. That is not trading. If you see a break of today's open, that could be your initial sign. See how we've had 1 reaction, 2 reaction, 3 reaction. That just screwed anybody who's doing scalps right now to the downside. You're not flat, you're red. Math it up. You're red. Order of operations. It's the most talked about topic in my entire community because of this exact move. Because people do this. People fight against trend. If you were in short, you better be in light risk right now. Light. Because what you're doing right now is guessing. Bubba, Boeing, dive, dive, dive. Yeah, Boeing is having a very hard time. Oh, another reaction. Surprising. Good day to watch and learn, 100%. I think today's a great lesson day. Let's check out some bigger time frames. I want to see what's going on. Because we're struggling. 15-minute here on SPY. Not looking too hot. 30-minute is a 50-50. That's a literal 50-50 candle. So honestly, take back what I said. If you're long or short right now, you're guessing. Very, very indecisive open today. Bullish open, but very clear weakness. Gap fills completed to the upside. On the hourly, I should say. Not quite on the daily. They got very close. You could almost say that's filled. Let's see, is tech slowing down still? Because this is kind of what can bring us down heavier, is if you see a break to the downside in tech. So watch QQQ, watch Apple, which they're finally slowing down some more. So this is what a lot of you guys who are bearish are looking for. Good morning, Rowdy. How you doing, dog? Oil stocks all recovering after the early open minor dip. Now you're getting a break of today's open. But look how many reactions you had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're getting even one on this candle that's breaking the damn thing. I hope you guys know, every time this goes up, that ruins anybody who's scalping. And it's horrible every time. Now you can start to become potentially bearish, because now you might not get as much impulse reaction over today's open. Oh, and look at that. We're still getting one. Congrats to the shorts on like a 0.01 move. Inside bar on the 1 minute. This is fast. Please give us a fresh low so we can have a trend that people can follow. Because we have clear lower highs. We have a break of today's open. We have a break of pre-market high. We have everything you could ask for to finally become bearish. See, like, you're exiting right now. Why are y'all are exiting when it's becoming bearish? Like, that's what I don't get. You guys just shorted early, guessed that it would hit today's open, and now you're taking minimal gains when it's about to finally actually give you the better confirmation. Y'all are not trading the right trades. Yeah, I guess today's open isn't important, Leland. I don't know. I guess every Leland post is just ignored. I don't know. What's up, Stinkfinger? Every time I read that name. I'm setting alerts and doing other stuff. The computer will ding when it's time to look. Ooh, I like that. See, that's trading like a true computer right there. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good name. Every time I read it, I make sure to say the SCH at the beginning. Shh. Show stinky. That's a 1 and a 5 minute candle close under today's open, by the way. I'm not even on the 5 minute, but you can tell that because it's 9 o'clock, so it's a flat candle. Yep, could be a 90% setting up. Watch out. Remember, guys, focus on updates. I don't want to see emotions. That's just going to piss me off. Focus on actual callouts. When I say callouts, I mean updates. You guys know what I mean. We're not sitting here to help each other trade, but it is nice to give each other updates. Yeah, it's said with a Scottish accent like that, Sean Connery. Oh, God, I don't even want to try to abuse it then. I'd have to bring one of my actual Scottish friends in here. That was always one of my favorite accents, because I have a lot of friends in Europe, and I swear I have friends with like every kind of accent, and I would definitely say the Scottish accent is the funniest. Not in terms of like what it sounds like, just the people who have Scottish accents are funny. They could literally just be saying a sentence, and I would just find them hilarious. Could be a 90% setting up, watch out. I still like that alert. Since I wasn't awake enough before open and didn't look for the Leland's post, I just simply avoid trading SPY instead in MRO calls. Okay, nice. Listening to your analysis got me out, honestly. Thought I was missing something. All good. Err on side of caution. Take the quick, easy gain onto the next. No, you're good, Mike. I like that what you did. I don't like what a couple other people are doing. Ignoring the chart. I mean, if you're gonna ignore today's open, I can't help you. So I'm just gonna move on, and I'm gonna help the people that want to be helped, that want to talk. When you say Scottish is funny accent, you have not heard Geordie. Who? I guess I'd have to see who it is. I just meant the people I've talked to. I don't know the general, population of Scotland. I say Stinkfinger like the guy that plays Sean Connery on the Jeopardy. Oh. That's pretty funny. Look at that. We are still getting a reaction around today's open. Does anybody want to tell me why that we're getting so much just struggle around today's open? Does anybody want to tell me? It's because we had a higher open. We had a higher open. So breaking today's open takes just the same amount of strength, right? If you were to go arm wrestle somebody and they never worked out in their life, they're the weakest person you've ever met in your life, and you are someone who works out every day, you're a bodybuilder, you kick ass, you're just some super strong person, and you go to arm wrestle this person. And I'm not trying to bully the person who doesn't work out, but realistically, the guy who works out should win, right? I think that's logically speaking. Well, that's the same thing with the stock market. Anytime you see a higher open or a lower open, to go the opposite direction back through that day's open takes a large amount of strength. Because of what? Because the higher open. They threw us up here, right? So to break this, you need a very, very big amount of strength. You need a lot of push. You need a lot of volume. You need a lot of braking. You can't just get one break. You got to have a break and a retest. You got to have something here to truly say this flipped. And it almost did. It almost did. And it still could. I'm not taking away. We could still break this, fall through the floor, make it all the way to the gap fill. But that is why breaking today's open is so hard. Because we had the higher open. And then other days, I'll have people ask me, well, how come I didn't have a problem this day? We didn't have a super big open. We didn't have a big open. We didn't have a big drop. We didn't have any kind of extended move to the up or downside to make me even think that, right? Does that make sense, though, everybody? Broke my price alert to enter. Good look, Alexis. Southern Scott North. Oh, my bad, VC. Yeah, I'd have to see that then. I might not have talked to anybody with that accent. Never mind. I don't know everybody. The D and the G off to a good start. Oh, DG's moving? Don't get me excited. I'm a huge Dollar General fan. Do I go there? No. But are they doing better? Yes. PayPal's struggling, honestly. They keep getting good moves off of like mid-50s, but then they struggle with anything mid-60s. It's like the $10 move is the most they can do right now. Boeing kind of doing what I wanted it to do. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Yeah, it would have been cool to see an impulse move and see it pump. But also at the same time, it would have been nice to get a cheaper entry. So, and I'm glad we didn't touch this yet. So, I'm excited. I'd also like to add Tech is still holding. There's not much weakness here. They are still above today's open. And just out of curiosity, from low of today to high of today, are they still holding a fib? They are. So it's 207.50. Keep that marked on XLK if you want to see a short-term slowdown. Big-term slowdown would be break of today's open. And now let's see. Is this a 90% entry where buyers take over and give us a nice move to the upside? Or is this about to also fail again? And we're about to kind of see that second scenario that we talked about earlier this morning. Again, seeing a struggle around today's open and then seeing a break of it. So, two different scenarios all revolving around one area right now. Trying to keep the chart open so you can see levels above and below. I'm not sure about trading anything. Apple looks like it's the move, but I haven't charted it. My levels I drew aren't looking promising yet. You know, it's funny you say that. I literally just posted a huge breakdown for my premium group last night. And Apple was the first one. We did a technical analysis process type post. I just kind of like, I do one thing, I screenshot it, then I post it. I do one thing, I screenshot it, I post it. And I put it all in one big post for people so they can see it in a step-by-step process. And Apple was actually the first one that I did last night. Let's go look at it for a second. And I did it for both day trader and swinger. So I did all the day trading levels, and then I just went over some short-term stuff, and then we finished the chart off. That was it. But then, oh, I wasn't on this account. I was on the other account. Okay, well, either way, I'll just show it. I didn't get to hurt nothing. So here was the process post for Apple. Instead of just posting an above or below levels type post, I want to show you and why we have certain levels on watch so you can do it on your own. Identifying where current price is. Again, just like what do you do when you open up a chart? I feel like a lot of people are confused by even that. You know, when you open up your chart, just where's price? Where's price? What's around it? Just kind of look at it for a second. Just study it for a second. You don't need to actually do anything. Next step, add your supply and demand from the daily. And this is, again, the swing trading part of it. This is just for anybody in my group who just likes to get bigger time frame analysis. It doesn't even need to be for actually taking a trade, but it is nice to see breakdowns on charts on the bigger time frame. So in the future, you can go off of those levels and remember, oh yeah, that's an important area. I need to remember that. I should be looking for buyers here. I should be looking for sellers here until this, until that. You know, again, setting up a parameter for yourself. But what's else here? Covering supply and demand. You can see just short-term stuff here, nothing crazy. And then moving on. Again, kind of just zooming in where current price is now that you have all of your information from that far left of the chart. And then just kind of going down here and saying, okay, well, of this demand, what's the halfway point? Let's just see, because that's a large area, 171 to 160. That's huge. It's hard to follow. And you can see when they dipped down, they actually did hit that middle point, came back up, and now they're actually struggling to fight 170, 140s. So if they can hold this area, there's a very good chance they move up to 175. Now, I know that kind of defeats the purpose here of the post because we've now already made it back up to 177.50s, but it's just nice to like post this stuff beforehand and then be ready for it, because you can see in this scenario now that means if we hold over 175.10 we should move up to 180s. If we break 175.10s, there's a very good chance that we struggle and pull back maybe towards 172, 171 40s. And that's just a simple breakdown. And then again at the very end doing the day trade aspect of it, kind of setting this up, which you can see we're already through that level, hit it and slowing down now, so all this doesn't matter now, but it is fun to go back and review. And I did the same thing for AMD, posted something for BA, all kinds of stuff. But it's just fun to look at that stuff from step 1 getting to step 2, step 3, step 4, you know, just going through the whole process. Really, I feel like you learn the most. And look at that, guys, 90% entry. Who typed that earlier? Who typed 90% entry earlier? Someone speak up. Who was that? Here it is, Garden Trader. God, that was very good intuition of you. That was very good preemptive thinking. Yeah, that was genius. She said could be a 90% entry setting up before it happened. Trader of the Garden. That was a very big brain call out. Her brain is swelling today. Now that was good though, because she saw exactly what we were talking about. Again, knowing that we're up so much, like to get a break of today's open and in for it to flush would take a very good amount of strength by bears. So you'd have to almost guess that move or find something right before it to get into it, right? 2, they took it right back over today's open, confirming her thoughts. Now we're back almost up to today's highs. Now, does that mean we're definitely going up today? No, I mean, we could definitely still reject 515s, come back down, break this, and flush. I'm not taking that away from the bears. But that's what's happening right now. And yeah, above 515, this thing's set to maybe move even higher, which is crazy because we're already up 1% on the day. And you're telling me this might be setting up for more? Also, no laziness in the Discord either. Tons of amazing callouts. Kevo's killing it. I see People's posting it. Misi is in there. Dividend Bull's posting some stuff. I see Peanut Falcon. People talking about the Qs and SPY in the trade floor. You cannot make this up. We're in YouTube live stream, and I still got my chat calling out bulls. Why is that? Because they know how to read the order of operations. They know how to read the chart in the right way. What a genius. Trusted himself to average in. Alright, and here we are, struggling again. 515. Do y'all have any like friends that you're like really really close to? They're like really honest about like some of the financial decisions they make. I love when one of my friends are like, they just mess with me like, I fucked up. Those are the kind of friends you want to have around. People who are at least genuinely honest sometimes, most of the time. Everyone has their secrets, but it is nice whenever your friend's like, I fucked up. I see people do that in trading too, like, I fucked up. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Like making promises to like the sky, like, I swear I won't do it again. Try to take a poot early, but reverse quickly, cut at my level, we move on, learn from it. Con was too out of the money to get anything going. Order of operations. Was that before break of open? Were you in before break of open, or were you in after break of open? Because that would be order of operations if not. Was in calls early off the hidden retest higher low, stopped out below today's open, just a tad more patient. You were in before break and then oh man. No, okay, good job, prop. As long as you guys aren't doing anything before, that's what I want to hear. See, what y'all just did was make the good mistake. You could have made the bad mistake too. I actually see why you cut, and I could see why you also cut. Both of you, Maddie and Prop. See, those were good cuts. Those weren't like anything made up. And you moved on from it already. You're not sitting here crying about it. I don't want to hear any copium. I don't want to hear you guys go, oh, I just lost a trade, and then afterwards be like, but this. Like, no, I don't want to hear but this. That's copium. Let's not add that into our own personalities and constantly always be like, oh, that's okay if I did this. Like, no, it's not okay. Stop doing that. Be disciplined. Be hard on yourself. I can't be there over your shoulder. Mel can't be there over your shoulder. John Rad can't be there over your shoulder. Leland can't be there over your shoulder. Ace Ventura can't be there over your shoulder. You know, we can't be there for you. Like, we can be here vocally, we can be here to talk to each other and stuff, but you guys have to get onto your own ass because no one's there for you. It's just you. I know that's a cold thing to hear and say, but you gotta be honest with yourself. This is the stock market. This isn't Disneyland. So please, be hard on yourself. Just like in the military, you guys have to be your own disciplinary. You don't have some sergeant. There's no higher ranks above you telling you what to do. There's no one keeping you organized. There's no one telling you the route you should be taking. Like, it's all on you. And that's the scariest thing. So make sure you guys are aware of that and are realistically setting realistic goals. Like, you shouldn't be sitting here going, I want to make $1,000 today. Like, no. That's an expectation that you just set, not a goal. That's not goals and expectations are two very different things. Saying I'm going to make this much today is an expectation. You've now pressured yourself to the point of if you don't do it, you're going to quit or you're going to end up losing a lot of money. Don't do that. Don't set expectations. Set goals over a duration of time. Hey, in this period of time, I want to potentially be here. Okay, that's great. But you don't need to be sitting here going over this stuff. With yourself over and over and over again to pressure yourself to make yourself grow. Like, no, don't. Over time, it's going to naturally happen. Don't force it. Your money is more important than your feelings, or your feelings about to be quite expensive. Now you're good, Tobias. That needed to be yelled. Green said, you could be here over my shoulder, but you chose not to. People's mental trading rest of the day. Good stuff. Opioid pandemic. I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. You got the pups, hopefully. People said, I'm all alone in my $5 million penthouse. How are you doing today, peoples? How are you doing today, Jay? Also, Eric, are you here still? Please tell me you're here. Oh my god, we got 94 people. 96 people in here. We almost have 100 people in here. What is going on? Who's sharing the stream around? Good morning, D-Touch. Good to see you, man. Good morning, Fake Mojo. Always good to see your name pop up. Eric, okay, you are here. Good. I was going to say, I just clicked on your link in my DM. I'm sorry, I'm so slow to catch up. I was reading your post just now, quietly, in my cave, and I love it a lot, man. Thank you for posting that stuff. I like that you're doing exactly what I was going over, like, literally just posting the before, the during, the after, and it's cool, too, because, like, right there, you could update from that for weeks on end now. Like, you could just go off of that post, just, like, right-click it, reply to it, and just back and forth, go over that stuff, and it's awesome, because like your breakdown isn't like, well, this is bullish and this is bearish. Like, no, you're just going over like what is what, and that's what needs to be talked about. Just breaking down what is what on the chart and it being just clear as day. Then in the future or while you're trading, you can just bam, jump right into it. You don't have to sit there and think for 2 hours or go over something. You're already ready. Very, very nice post. Yo, what is up, guys? Kevo's here. So everybody say hi to Kevo. Kevo's one of the guys who's mainly in Discord. He doesn't type as much in the YouTube streams, but he's kicking ass in Discord. He doesn't have time to be everywhere. But great job, Kevo. I was very happy to see you posting the order of operations, being on the right side of trend, seeing that today's open was still a big effective support. Good job, man. You and Mel and a couple of guys in the chat have really been leading the chat lately, and it makes me proud, so thank you. Eric's done a good job, too. Jacko, Peoples. Who else? Leland, of course, so that goes without saying. D-Touch, another name that goes without saying. Daffy, another name that goes without saying. But yeah, a lot of leaders in the chat. Kevo, Eric, Mel, Leland, D-Touch, Daffy, Peoples, Jacko. A lot of people in chat who are just constantly posting, constantly updating, just to try to keep people in the right mindset. Not really trying to sell people on doing something, but to try to keep people in the right mindset, in the right lane. Haven't done Trader of the Month in a while. I'm going to be honest, I forgot we were even doing it. Hope y'all having a great day. I know you are. I was gonna say same to you, but I know you are. Not for nothing. I think it goes to Mel. Spy 10 minutes tight. I am out. Made my money. Now we were back working. Spy gonna go ballistic. Pop that top, Spy. 5:15, new high of day, guys. I wasn't bitching at everybody earlier this morning for a random reason. It's because we were bullish this whole damn day. I don't want to see you guys jumping into puts because it's more fun to short. Follow the order of operations. Today's open gave us key. Nvidia kind of... Wait, what, Mel? Nvidia kind of... What? I want to read your call out because I know you and Mike have both talked about Nvidia multiple times now. So I want to make sure I read out your call out correctly. Mike said Nvidia coming back in towards 900. Alexa said 80% gain on the Moderna calls. Let's go, fam. She has more potential. Bullish kicker on the daily. CJ Savage just saying up. Good call. It is just up. I will agree. Just recovered my morning loss on that small retest into the high of day, LFG. Good stuff, prop. Good stuff, Carter. Good stuff, Alexis and Carter. Let's go, Kevo. Yo, if you guys are in Discord, please type like hype up Kevo something. Just type let's go Kevo like that or something. Oh my god, Leland. Leland and Kevo. Good stuff, guys. And yes, both of them, or I don't know about Leland, but Kevo was calling everything out. Oh, he said something light with Kev. Never mind. Yeah, so everything was on Kevin. Good job, Kev. Yeah, this is genuine hype right here. Don't think this is like hyping up somebody that doesn't deserve it. No, Kevo deserves it. Good stuff. Mel. Mel, I wanted to see what your Nvidia update was. Please post it again. Kept my loss lower, so I was able to say this. Good stuff, Carter. No, that's good. That's what I try to tell you guys, man. If you keep your losses small, it's so much easier to recover. And people don't understand that. Like, if you lose 50%, like, you don't have to get back 50%. You have to get back 100%. Man, I love seeing my traders win, man. I love seeing it work. I love seeing it. Also, guys, don't think that Kevo is someone who's done this for like 5 minutes and you're seeing these results. Kevo works his ass off. People like that in my chat work their ass off. So please don't look at that and be like, oh, this is easy. It's not. It takes time. And look, Trade Results channel, Peoples posted the 90% entry review. So if you'd like to go review what is the 90% entry, you could check out People's chart. You could even check out Garden Trader's chart. They both posted the 90% entry. What is the 90% entry, Bueller? Are you making this up? No, this is an entry type that we focus on in my community. It's a little fresher of an entry type, but it's very, very strong. We have a couple of videos on it now, so if you'd like to check out a couple of the videos, the members have a video from a month ago, so please check that out. Everybody has a video from 2 days ago, so please check this out. If you'd like to check out Order of Operations, these are both also public videos. This is another very highly talked about subject in my community. This is kind of something for once you get past the levels, which I think a lot of you are. Getting good at drawing them, understanding where you're getting them from, how to consistently draw the same levels over and over. How to navigate them, though. How do you do that? That's exactly what we talk about in the Order of Operations, Part 1 and 2. I would check that out. But very good job, everybody in chat. Good job, Mel. Good job, Garden. Good job, Peoples. Good job, Maddie, posting your review. I don't care if it's a win or a loss. I want to see good reviews in there. People going over what they did and what can be talked about. What else is there? Hopping in this live made for a great rising morning. I'm glad you're in here, man. And don't think about like, oh, I gotta sign up. Like, fuck signing up, dude. Just enjoy yourself here. Watch 51560s. Good call out by Carter. Or sorry, Prop Street. I need to start calling you Prop Street so other people are like, who the hell is Carter? ANF about 3% up. Roku has rebounded nicely from the dip. Let's go check that out. We got time to check other stuff out, right? Ooh, that's the golden pocket on the daily. The level that we were looking at earlier. So at first, we were like short-term bullish on this, and we were correct out the gate. We took profits on our same weeks. Glad we did that. Any other contract outside of that was hurt or took small losses on this day. This day, now we're just waiting for anything. And you can see buyer reactions are coming from the golden pocket. If we can get moves off of this and good basing, buyer moves can happen back to 66. But they definitely struggled that first time. Because it was looking good right there. Anytime you see a chart doing this, where it's like a curl, it's a very, very beautiful thing. It's very, very beautiful. Some of the strongest reversals lead from there. Oh my god, PayPal, let's go. 64.40. Nice. We're talking about some of the struggle on that chart. Ooh, snow. I know a lot of people the other week. It's crazy, man. Like, this is why I don't check Twitter. And I genuinely say that for y'all's health, too. Like, stop checking X. Stop checking Twitter as much. It'll definitely save you pain, save you mental aggression. But either way, it'll leave you less stressed. What I was going to say, though, is I could not stop seeing people post buying snow up, buying snow up, buying snow up. And it went up that day. Guess what those same people were posting? They were posting their gains after, like, 30 minutes to an hour of this stock moving up for the first time in multiple weeks, right? Where are those people now? They're quiet. You know why? Because they didn't make sound investment decisions. They just generally got in whenever they felt like it, and now that things are going wrong for them, they don't want to talk about it. But when things go right for them, all they can do is spam on social media. Look how good my gains are doing. Don't be that guy. Don't be that person, everybody. You don't want to look cool. You want to be cool? Just do it. Don't look cool. Don't look like a trader. Go trade. Quit trying to, change your image to everybody. Like, I don't even go on there and do that stuff. That shit is so weird. But good hold, though, of 153.50s. I'd say this is a good basing area for people to buy shares up. I'm not saying the investment decision was dumb, but I do believe that if you're going to sit here and post your gains when you've seen one slight green move, you should also stand behind your losses. So, don't talk the talk if you can't walk the walk, is essentially what I'm saying. But yeah, guys, stay off social media as much as you possibly can. I genuinely believe, like, for a trader, that is one of the best things you can do because you're cutting all the noise out, right? And what's not noise? Your strategy, your entry types, the way you chart, the things you need to do to take a trade, those are not noise. If it's not a part of that, it's noise. Leave it out. What's the point? And it's fun to go on social media. I'm not saying you guys can't use social media. I'm not your dad. But I believe a lot of you guys should use it less and see in the next couple weeks, couple months, how do your results fare? Was I right or was I wrong? And I want to see. I want to see some of you guys challenge me. Good job, Mel. MRO stopped out for a small loss on me calls. Good job, Sandollar. See, like right there, standing on his loss. Standing on business. Good stuff. Nvidia is losing current day open. Won't catch me trade posting on X, but you will catch me talking shit to Gavin Newsom. Very interesting here. Kevo posted in the chat, and he's saying that because we're reacting to the 515 level, which, if held, can actually lead to a really good move to 516, 516.50, maybe even the next area above us. Good job, Kevo. Also updating his position. He said he sold 3/4 at 20%. He has a couple contracts left, and then he's going to keep runners tight with a stop loss at 15%. And people might look at that and be like, thank you for calling out to me, Kevo. But guys, that's how you need to be talking to yourself. How Kevo is talking in chat, you need to be talking to yourself that way. He's not doing that to look cool. He's doing that because that's what keeps him in the trade. That's what keeps him on the right side of what he wants to focus on. He's not going to sit here and give himself noise. And if noise does pop up, guess what he does? He sounds it out by posting his own TA. He sounds it out by re-updating to himself. Wait, Carter, what am I looking at? Yeah, the fib is beautiful right now. Posted on the floor. Oh, okay. Oh, you're going from... Oh, okay. I see what you're doing here. Just looking at a good information fib. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, no, that's fine, Carter. That's what I like to see. That's what fibs are for, getting information. Because what does information do to a trader? Empower their decisions, give them more confidence. Might even give you more awareness to be like, oh, that's why I don't like it. So just getting information is amazing. Just sold my penthouse in full ported calls. Mighty one. I'm impressed with y'all that trade on your phone. I think y'all would be surprised how many trades I've taken on my phone. I started to unfollow some people on Twitter. Yeah, I don't blame you, bro. I do not blame you. I don't even check that app as much. It's just so annoying. People on there are just everywhere. Everyone's posting the same thing. I get on there and I see like 60 different people posting the same thing. Like, guys, Apple's going up. Guys, Apple's going down. You should be bearish. You should be bullish. And then when they're wrong, they don't post that. When they're right, that's all you see the updates on. In my chat, you come in here, you're going to see updates on wins and losses, and you're going to start to see the reality of the stock market. You'll be like, oh, okay. There is blood. there isn't just euphoric highs in here. That's crazy. MRO was the stronger oil stock this week. Today, it's XOM, holding best out of the crew of MRO, Chevron, COP, Oxy, and Devon Energy. Let me see. No, not DNN. Why did I type DNN? I had to go to DVN, not Denison Mines. Devon, there we go. There we go. Nice base move, too. That's really what I was going back to back test. I just wanted to see if they had basing. XOM definitely had basing. These are always the weird sectors to play because they take their time, but they are very powerful when they finally start going. God, every single one of these charts. Energy's on fire. All right. Costco still holding an inside candle as of right now. Good high or low above a good short-term demand. Good mention by Benny, too. He said Tesla and Apple laggards are actually participating today. Good call out. And that could be a good extra boost, too, that we might have been missing the past couple weeks in the market, which I know a lot of you have noticed that. You guys have noticed Tesla's been weak. Apple has been weak over the past couple weeks. You know, even if the market did move up, these weren't really moving up much. Really good mention. Sorry, guys, I'm back. My grandma's trying to find a jacket in a household that is in Texas. I said, ma'am, are you crazy? I just follow NFL for the next season. Smart man. Yeah, honestly, I think I look at like half of what I look at on social media would be like memes and like football stuff. Everything else, nah. Just noise. It's crazy too, because like I say this stuff not to like lock you into my strategy. You guys go follow whatever you want. I'll be honest with you. Just backtest, be comfortable with whatever you're looking at. It doesn't matter what strategy you're looking at. There's an infinite number of strategies for the infinite number of possibilities and outcomes in this market. So please just be comfortable with whatever you're looking at. There is no one correct system. But there is something that a lot of people get kind of stuck into. They get stuck in this random loophole or random cycle. I don't know what you want to call it. It's chaotic is what it is. But a lot of people will find one strat and they'll learn it. That's great. Then they'll go to another one and they'll learn it, and that's great. And they'll just keep doing that over and over. And I think it's great to learn different perspectives. But also, on the other end of that spectrum, you're kind of like ruining yourself because you're not focused on one thing. You're focused on a million now. You're focused on learning. You're focused on being open. That's great. You want to be open-minded and learn a million strats. That's awesome. Not downing that person. But you are very unfocused by doing that. So please, 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 please focus on one strat, one, system, whatever you guys are looking at. I don't care if it's mine. I don't care if it's something you found online. I don't care if it's something you found on your own. Please stick to it. Stop jumping around, because the jumping around is what your mistake is. It's not you're dumb or you don't know your own system right or you don't know this. It has nothing to do with IQ. It's almost always about not just being focused. Like really, like being focused would help out so many more people. I think it's great that you want to learn a lot. Don't get me wrong. I think it's great because there's plenty of people around my community who are like that, very open-minded, love to learn strats, and that's great. But every time I talk to these guys, they don't talk about these systems. They're still focused on the main system they trade by, so they can stay focused. Like, so you can still do both, but please, please, please focus on the system you guys are trading by right now. Also, there's many traders who think like, oh my god, I need to be seeing success right now. Like, guys, on average, a trader doesn't see profitable outcomes until 7 years into their trading. 7 sometimes as much as 10. Isn't that crazy? So in reality, should you be focused on pushing yourself to instantly profiting? No. You should be pushing yourself to be as disciplined and as focused as you possibly can. We're not going to be perfect. We never will be. But we can definitely try our hardest to make less mistakes or to make the better mistake, like we were talking about earlier. I like how two of you said like something similar back to back. We need to make a lifetime. Oh, not that one. That's how I feel about school. And then Stinkfinger said it's similar to lifetime students in college. Someone with 5 degrees and no job. Exactly. Like yeah, that's great. You have all these accomplishments. I'm not like no one's ever gonna down the person who has 5 degrees, you know. But if you don't have no job experience or no job history or no work history or like literally anything or any self projects, you know, it's like what have you been doing this whole time? Like that's awesome. You learned stuff, but like you did nothing with it. And that's kind of what jumping around strategies is like. Leland says, as a joke, of course, you want to really succeed? Combine 100 different strats. The more indicators, the better. Kevo said, slight downtrend here on the 5-minute. So we are getting weak, guys. 515 is becoming a bit of a nuisance, but it's okay. They had the higher open, and we got the extended move off of it. So if a second leg up does not happen, that's not the end of the world. Good updates, though, Kevo. And good job scaling out of some of your winners. Mo indicators, mo problems. Well, peoples, those are good to have in the beginning, like to get you set up, like how to look at stuff. But over time, like once you start actually taking trades, like it is kind of good to take those. It's like training wheels. I would say the 9 EMA, volume, all the other stuff, you know, that we kind of go over, like those are all great training wheels because these are great things to put people in the right direction. So I wouldn't bash yourself for ever using those. But Leland is correct, though. Should get off that, especially with how you trade, with how we trade in here. Definitely don't need that extra noise. But to some people, it's not noise. To some people, it's an amazing guide. It's an amazing guide to keep them in a trade or to keep them in the right side of thinking. So, I mean, it's really not a bad thing. Green Candlestick said, if your chart doesn't look like a rave, ... Do we test this CP and move back up to the high of day to make our move at the current open? Time will tell. Good intuition, Prop Street. That's a good kind of forward-thinking thing you're doing. Preemptive thoughts. Like, is this what bulls can do? Is this what bears can do? Just thinking ahead. I like that. Ace said, I still like volume profile, especially when it aligns with the levels. Yeah, I have nothing against volume profile. I know some people it throws off because it looks like an algorithm in front of them. Like, they don't understand what's going on in front of them. But I actually love volume profile, so I will not take that away from you. Volume profile is very strong information. And it's just price action. You're still just looking at price information. That's a good thing to look at. If you can see the candles, you don't have enough moving averages. Jesus. Leland's like, I made my money on the day. Time to crack some jokes in the YouTube stream chat.
He's like, all right, Trader Leland's in the closet, comedian coming out. 90% on SPY right now. Good call out. He's saying we have a 90% because we lost the potential structure of what was trying to hold over 515, and now we might be holding over it. It's identical to what happened this morning at today's open. Very good call out by Peoples. And is he saying it's 100% and 90%? No, it's not. Right now, though, it is acting as one. Very good call out, Peoples. So if you guys ever see someone like Peoples or anybody in chat say 90% on something, they're not talking about their gains. They're talking about the type of potential entry point on the chart. Though if you do make 90%, I'll be just as happy. Or if not happier. PG with the slow grind up. I have not heard someone mention that name in forever. I'm not gonna lie, at first when I saw you say that, I was like, damn, Paul George? No, I got you. Procter & Gamble on a very strong uptrend, damn. Nice gap. It's like SPY, gap up, and they got a green day. Just under today's highs. I mean, recent highs, not today's highs. Let me see the weekly. Oh my, they're almost at all-time high. Hold on, let's go to the monthly. I need to get a couple levels real quick. There to the daily. Over here. Get the all-time high, and then I'm gonna cheat a little bit. Normally you, what the hell? Normally you go to the last open of the last green candle, so it'd be this one. But I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna go to the recent one, the very last green candle. But I want to include the true all-time high. So I'm going true all-time high to the last open of the last green candle before the dip down. That's all I'm doing. If you want to mark the actual levels, you can. It'd be those spots. But they're holding. See, they hit it once, and then today. What is this called, peoples? Let the people know. What do we call this? Don't call it the pattern. What is that entry type called? No creator trades. I am a... Exactly, the 90. Because we get a push above a resistance and then a close back under. So what do we get here? And this happens a lot on the first attempt. When you, on bigger time frames, especially when you reach a resistance, this is a very normal occurrence. So don't always short these, but it is just good to know that. But you see they base, they end up holding, they curl it back up like we talked about curling. They made a new high, and now they're even holding the bottom of that area, which that is probably the most significant thing on the chart right now. So this makes a lot of sense. I'll have to come back to that in a couple days, Adam, and see what's going on, because that's a very powerful uptrend chart. A lot of people hate the slow pacing charts, but those happen to be the strongest almost every time. Why am I on the 5 minute? Sorry guys, I'm trying to make the chart look clean. There we go. Hey, good stuff. Good answers too. Good answers. Good answers. Definitely a blank, but I wouldn't say lazy. B, you'll be proud of this one. Got a long entry in that first shaded area you highlighted on the dip. Took it to hot. Did Benny just say that he took the 90% entry? Does everybody see that? He said a long entry in the first shaded area. Took it to high of day because that's all the info I had to work with. It went more, but that's okay. Did I just see a disciplined trade get posted? What? You guys see this? Bro, I'm lost for words right now, Benny. I'm lost for words. I really am. Can we get some green candlesticks in here for Nam Lee, a.k.a. Benny? A.k.a. Benny the Butcher? BB 515, is that just a psych level? Yes, it is. I have a level at 51481. I know nothing is exact, but just checking. No, you're good, Mighty One. That is the reason that is drawn. 515. Psychological level. And just to double check with you, let's go back and look. 515. Where's that coming from? Yeah, it's so I could see you probably have this emerging candle drawn. If you have that drawn and not 515, it's really not the end of the world. But I just left 515 because it's a psychological. And I had drawn it before we got up here. I drew a lot of these psychs before we went above 500. For that exact reason. But good question. Great question. Like right now, you could probably add 522.50. You could add 525. You could add 527.50, 530. You could add all those right now. I try not to go too far with it because I don't like to like fill up my chart and then afterwards be like, why did I do that? But seriously, Benny, back to you. Got to come back to glaze you some more. Seriously, great job. Which candle did you exactly enter? I really just want to backtest your trade now. Because this is, I don't know if you were in stream or if you were in Discord. If you weren't, that is okay. I'm not saying you have to be doing one of those things. Good job if you did it on your own. Good job if you saw somebody mention it and then you found it on your own. I don't care how you did it. Great job. But that is the 90% entry type that we've been talking about in here for months now. So I'm glad to see some of you starting to put it to work. Not just seeing it, but having confidence in it. You know, actually jumping into it. So seriously, great job, Benny. That is not an easy entry to see. This is something that I said only the seasoned BB traders will see, or a seasoned price action trader will see, because the psychology behind it is very weird. It's not always going to work, but once you understand why they work, you're like, oh my god, why did I never think of that? And it's because it's deeper thinking. It's not like when you look at charts, right, and you're drawing levels, when you're doing price action, I should say, breakouts, retests, all this stuff, resistance, support, these are the basics, right? I would say step 2 would be seeing those inner, more broken down in-depth trades, like liquidity grabs, like basically what you just did. That's a liquidity grab. This went down through a support and flipped sentiment. This made people go bearish, right? So now they're putting volume onto the chart because they think chart is about to drop more, right? So more people are getting into puts, more people are shorting, more people are getting out of longs. And what is that doing? Creating liquidity for if this goes back up to the upside over today's open. So we had the higher open. So you have bam, uptrend and check, right? Check. Got that off the checklist, right? We go up a little bit, awesome, makes sense. Come down a little bit, awesome, makes sense. They break support. Okay, wait, we might be moving lower. We do not get an extended move lower. What do we get? A close over. So now they're not just changing sentiment to where people might be flipping. Because, again, let's think about this from step 1. Let me start over. If everyone was bullish, would price go up? Someone answer that question. If everyone was bullish, every account in the world was bullish, would price go up? If everybody's clicking buy, does price go up? No. Price would not go up because you have to have someone to sell for someone to be buying. If everyone's hitting buy, can't possibly go up. And this is why IV is one of the most untalked about things in the entire stock market history, is because people don't understand, if we're all betting on the same side, it's very hard to be right, right? So what does the big money have to do to create these small opportunities for these liquidity grabs? They have to change sentiment. They have to make us think, oh, wow, this is going to fail. This is about to fall to the floor. They have to make me think that to go short, right? Then they can break it back up, and then they can make sense of it. So if price action is working correctly, should I be losing a lot of money on trades that are under today's open or above it? No, I shouldn't be, because I should have a clear idea of where trend is. Big money is looking at today's open just as much as you and I are. Right? So if we see a break of that, everyone and their mother is going to think we're falling to the floor. What happens 3 minutes later and within another 5-minute candle over the course of 5 candles or on the 1 minute? They close back over and they hold it as support. So they've now changed the sentiment. They've made everyone think, oh, we're going down, and they close back over. So now it's going back up with no problem. And that's also sometimes why you guys look at like the first leg ups on, like, this is probably a bad example because it's the first 5 minutes of the day. But sometimes when you have like a leg up, the first leg always looks worse than the second. Why is that? Because the second is more calculated. The second has been more planned out than the first. The first was an impulse. The second was to fake people out. And that's why it looks a lot better on the second. You can kind of see that here. Just the price action looks nicer. And it's because of that. But that is why the 90% entry is so powerful. Also, in a real world scenario, if everyone was buying, technically it could go up. Because then people would just be buying at higher prices. But there would be invisible volume gaps. Like if someone was to finally ever sell, technically, yes, they could, and then it would just drop really hard. But that's for another day. We'll ignore that. That's a lot weirder of a conversation. But that is the psychology, though, behind the 90% entry. They have to change sentiment. They have to trick people. That's really all it is. And that's why these work so much. The same thing happens to the downside, too. Like right here, they're trying to hold it. We'll remove this now. But let's say there's like a price going up, right? And then price sits here. And you keep noticing, like, wow, they keep moving up, but then they keep holding this as support. You know, there's a clear structure here. Sometimes they love to, well, hold up. Sometimes they love to push above that recent resistance right here. They'll go up above it, and they'll fail this retest. Then what happens here? Sometimes they just go straight through, and they retest from here. And sometimes, like today you saw the bullish version of the 90%. Sometimes you'll see this version. This is why we call it the lead test or the lower high retest, because it's very powerful. Once you get that structure break, it's game over, essentially. Then you look for who has control. Do they reject it or do they hold over it? They hold over, well, that just keeps them in the normal tempo they were already in. They're just back to square one doing this, right? But if they don't, then it's a very, very nice drop. And that's why you want to risk here, not here or here or here or here. You want to risk when it's the right time. Because again, what are we trading? Time decaying assets. Good post in the trade floor. Still see a lot of really good teamwork in there. Thank you guys for over 60 likes on today's stream. We had almost 200 people click on today's stream. And at one point today, we had like 100 people in here at one point. That was crazy. I feel like at least once a week we have a reversal at 10 a.m. No, that's very normal. You're not crazy for seeing that. Ace said only if I hit sell. I made one note to myself. Would you guys like to see it? I'm trying to challenge myself each and every day by setting a rule in my notepad, leaving it in front of my stream screen, and just making sure I don't ignore it. Each and every day I'm going to try to do this. Today's challenge, knowing that we had no news today, knowing that we had a gap up today, knowing that we had literally no news today. I mean, it's all happening during the rest of the week. No reason to really move beyond the higher open. This was my challenge today, just to not trade. So tomorrow, I have the mental energy, I got the capital, I have the preparation. When a more favorable market is here. Now, don't get me wrong. If I would have focused on anything else, like if I would have gotten off SPY, there was opportunity everywhere. Tesla held the 166 perfectly. They built higher lows. They got back over today open. There were plays on the market today, guys. But just because there were plays on other stocks doesn't mean you need to be in them. If you're not focused on them, don't sit there and lie to yourself. I wasn't prepared for Tesla, so did I trade it? Nope. And that's... Whoa, what did I just do? I just, like, highlighted, like, 8 charts at once. Okay. Don't do that again. Oh, yes, Benny. I do want to look at it. E said BA is sitting around pre-market low after a decent recovery and rejection of today's open. Great call out. Sinful said, my note to myself is, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me. Okay. Somebody get their man. All right, where did I leave off in here? Wait 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm sorry, guys. I keep walking away because my grandma's in town and she's trying to like go, and I'm trying to help her with her shit and all that stuff. You know how it go. What was I doing? Benny's trade review. That's right. I wanted to get to Benny's trade review. The 90% entry failed the 5-minute bearish break and validated by equally strong candle 5 minutes later. That's a very good sentence, actually. Y'all should probably write that down. Bulls showed their strength, entered one DTE 515 call, which great adjustment. I literally never say there's only one right way to trade, and I'm happy to see that you're finding your way. And he said after more back testing, he's moved to one DTEs, and I'm happy to see that you found your groove. Sorry, I'm trying to catch my breath still. 8:55 EST candle got my attention, either make or break. 9 o'clock candle confirmed bulls had control, easy long to previous high of day. Most clear-headed trade I've executed in here. That right there is an accomplishment on its own, man. It's not always about the flashy gains. Sometimes it's just about taking a trade that actually feels good. That 1, felt good. 2, you actually followed what you planned. 3, it worked. I mean, what other perfect scenario could you get out of that, you know? But let's look at this. I actually want to click on the chart now. Yeah, so here's today's open. Opened up, smacked the resistance. So he didn't take a trade because he's like, all right, you know, minimal upside favorability here. Like, yeah, we're up, but I need to see more. And that's exactly what he saw. Rejection, 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 indecisive, indecisive, slowing down. Looks like they held your EMA as well. Or is that middle VWAP? Either way, I like this sentence a lot. He said, failed 5-minute bearish break invalidated by a just as equally strong candle on the 5-minute as well. Like 5 minutes later, there's an equally as strong candle to the other direction, retaking it. So yeah, bears had control for like 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes first, maybe, you know. But honestly, Benny, beautiful trade review, and I actually want to pin this. I actually want to pin your trade review. I have to go back to the beginning of time because, you know, I try to find names that don't have colors anymore. And then if not, I try to find a name that's up here too much. Like JBake username, me, Fantastic John, Leland are in here a lot. There we go. You're famous now. Go ahead some reactions to Benny's post, guys. This is seriously like a very, very simple and very, very, very effective trade review. And you might think like, oh, it's simple, it's easy. Like, no, that doesn't mean it's easy. Good job, For Profit. Looks like you got your Tesla back. And good job, Mel. I was already looking at that one. All right, it looks like nothing missed on SPY. Oh, here you go, Benny. Honestly, everybody, not Benny, but everybody. Everybody should download this image right now. Screenshot this. Do whatever you gotta do. I'll also resend it in Trade Floor. And results and review. And game plans and levels. And that's it. Oh, and Twitter.
Oh, we could even do this. No. No. There. First thing I click on X, this thing. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you get on here, you just see drama. Like, I hate this app. I'm done posting on X. It's so toxic on there. Flush to open would be cool. It looks like what Kevo was calling out as well. Oh, you're all saying grandma first. I saw her struggling in the hallway with her bag. I was like, I gotta go help her. It felt wrong. Can we test current open? Yay, I'm famous now, Mom. You were always famous in my heart, Benny. Thank you guys, seriously, for the likes, the comments, the updates. Everybody in here today has been magnificent. It's wild. Like, I've been trying to tell y'all this. Every single day we've had just a meh day on the market. Everyone in here seems to have a great day. Like, you guys have been doing a lot better at either, one, being disciplined and not trading as much, or you've been risking less, or you've just been better about how you take your opportunities, limiting yourself to the ones you've been practicing the most. And that's amazing, seriously. I haven't had to stress out on any of the weird, boring days lately, the past few months. I would say this entire year, I know it's only been 3 months, but these last 3 months, I have not had to worry much about you guys on these weird, boring days. The days that y'all have actually been not performing on are the trend days, which is wild. Y'all been performing a lot more this year, but y'all struggle more on them. And I don't really know why yet. I think it's because you guys get ahead of yourselves. Like, you do good on a bad day, and then you see a good day finally come, and you're like, oh my god, I'm about to go in deep. And then you just make, like, a really dumb, simple mistake. And I think all of us do that. So, limit yourself in the same way you would on a day that you're expecting nothing. Limit yourself to that extent every single day. I think maybe that's what we should do. Just limit ourselves every day. No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, too. Like, today hasn't been a bad day. It just hasn't really moved that much. Like, we got a nice gap up. We got a nice 90% entry. We almost had 2 for there for a second. I'm not saying today is a bad day. I'm just saying, like, we didn't really get much movement on SPY itself. You know, so what's funny is, like, you guys do so well on days like this. We'll have, like, a trend day tomorrow, and some of you will find, like, weird mistakes to take. So all I'm saying is, like, apply the same energy you did today into every day. Exactly, consistency and discipline. Because I genuinely believe if you guys can do this on a day like today, oh yeah, nothing will get in your way on a trend day. So I'm really excited to see what y'all do. Yeah, overzealous. Maybe that's a way of putting it. Like, and I don't mean like you guys are making dumb mistakes. Like, we all literally do it, but I don't know, just something to think about. You know, I always look at the perspective of everybody in chat, and it really looks like you guys have been doing really well on the harder days, which is good. That's a great thing to see. But let's also see that on the days that are supposed to be easier. I can't wait for the next, like, 3% day on SPY. And yeah, Tesla does not care. They do not care. They're going up, up, up. Hammer holding 166. They got over today's open, what? About an hour into the market. Now they're at 174.50s. See right there, King Carnage made a really, really good point. And I think everybody could, like, somewhat agree to this too. He said, I know my problem on trend days is that I start looking for reversals way too early. And I think that's a very good, it's telling. It's very big of you to say that, because I think a lot of us could take away from that. Longs on sportsbooks are paying off for March Madness. Oh, like DraftKings and I don't remember the other ticker because I don't watch the other one. That's pretty awesome, though. Glad to see those popping off. March Madness does have a lot of money in it. Just pay the players, man. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, good post here by Leland. Wait, what is he replying? Oh. So he found... he's the one who sent me this image, by the way. He sent that image, and then now he's showing it on the actual chart. You can see we broke base, closed back over. Holding control of the level that we broke base and then closed back over. 514.26.
And I don't just put emojis because I'm addicted to putting emojis in everybody's post. I'm putting emojis because I want more people to see this. This is very important. MGM. Oh, my bad. See, y'all are smart. This is why I just ask y'all quick, because I know you will answer me with accuracy. MGM. Good find. So MGM, DraftKings. Wasn't there a third? What is BKNG? Oh, that's the book. Never mind. Ignore what I just said. What are y'all saying in here? Yeah, that's a common issue, but if you struggle with that, please look at the graphic that Bueller just shared on the trade floor. That's his drawing. Oh, yeah, Penn. There you go. See, you know why I don't remember Penn? It's because Penn hurt my feelings. Me and Sinful had Penn shares before the whole Dave Portnoy thing. And then it happened. And we thought we were so smart for having shares. And then it just fell. That hurt. I was part of the Portnoy push. The Portnoy pullback. Which, again, all respect to Dave. He killed it. Not only did he pull out of that plan, he profited from it and has his company again. That is crazy. And he's doing deals with other people now. Like, huge deals. Millions of dollars. Dave Portnoy might be like one of the... And I know this is a very hot take, but he might be one of the better entrepreneurs of the last few years. Bit crazy. Bit unorthodox, but he got the job done. And he did it while literally hurting an entirely other company. I had like 30 and at $8 and rode her to 75. Oh my god. Good job, Matty Ice. You hate that guy? Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you guys gotta be a huge fan of him. I'm a fan of some of the people that work under him, but I'm not really a huge fan of him himself. Like, I love Jersey Jerry and Big Cat. Those are like the two dudes I watch for sports. But if you hate Dave, I could see why. Yeah, he's crazy, but can't argue with the result. The guy's a mad genius. Yeah, I mean, he did great on that deal. He's very smart for that. He's a very good entrepreneur. You definitely cannot argue it. And now Portnoy is raising money for dog rescues. Focus on pitties. So far, $400K. Oh my god. Oh, I did see that. Yeah, he adopted that Miss Peaches. Yep, I remember that. Yeah, because he has like videos of him like hanging out with her now. Okay, cool. Damn, so he likes dogs. That's a check in my book. You gotta treat pets correctly. now. Look at Mike T, Eagle Eye in the trade floor. This morning, he posted top stories today are Tesla to raise U.S. prices for the Model Y vehicles. He just replied to that post saying news goes a long way, and you guys have seen the result, Tesla being up 6.5% on the day almost. Oh, no. I meant like actual pets. Like, you should care about your pet to be a genuine human. I don't mean you should go invest in Chewy or Wolf. I would not touch those stocks. I would not touch those with a stick. With a 20-foot stick. It is crazy how much some of those stores make, though. Like, have you ever seen those, like fancy places you can take your animal to, like get them like groomed and like, I don't know, there's like treats everywhere on the wall and like food and all kinds of things you can buy them. Like, it is crazy the amount of money you can spend on a pet now.
Is there a reason other traders from other groups are joining us? Did I do something? Getting a weird inflow of people that are not from this group. Oh my gosh, Maddie. I just saw your screenshot you sent. Oh, I did message Maddie Clams this weekend. I gotta do that. I just had PTSD. I saw SF Girl type Tomlinson's is a great store, and I was like, Ladanian? Chargers? Yay, Tesla bounced really nice off that monthly emerging candle at 166. Look, Green had it too, guys. See, I knew I wasn't crazy. He said emerging candle at 166.11. I have that exact same level. That's why I will never listen to somebody that says my levels suck, because I see stuff like this every single day for years, over and over and over and over and over again. Like, the system works. Now it's just about making it work for you. Perhaps from your Mel tweet. Oh, yeah, that might be why. Never mind, I forgot about that. That's why I stopped posting it, though, to be honest with you. I stopped posting that stuff because of that. I saw people join from it, and I was like, oh, God, this is not what I wanted. See, like, you see what I mean, though? It's not easy to get people to join. It's not hard, I should say, to get people to join your group. Like, I could go get 10,000 people right now, but I don't want 10,000 people. I want good traders who are disciplined, who are well ready and prepared to face the difficulties of trading. Like, you're not going to see success right out the gate. No one says my levels suck. I'm just saying, if anybody has, that would give me confirmation that I can ignore those opinions, because the system works. Anybody who says that is just tripping. I haven't seen anybody hate on my system, because most of the time people adopt it, change the name of it, and then post it and sell it. So I don't think anyone thinks my system sucks, because clearly they're able to cheat. They're able to take the system, rename it. It's funny. And it's funny, too, because, like, literally, like, hundreds of people have done this now. Like, back in the day when I was first complaining about it, it was maybe only, like, 2-3 dudes who had following actually do that. But now a lot of people do it and change the names. And they're popping up everywhere. You guys ever see these, like, young, like, kid traders pop up? 9 out of 10 times, they're like, yeah, guys, you got to check out the pre-market high. Every time it's above previous day high and today's open, you guys got to get calls. I'm like, where the fuck did this come from? Like, what? He's like, new strategy I just found. I back tested it. Okay. And then I'll go look and they're following me. I'm like, okay. Yeah, they really got that one on their own. They don't even have the common decency to hide that they follow me. Just clip all or Lelanded Mel's 100% trades and you'll attract all of X here, but that's Pandora. Exactly. That's a box I don't know if I want to open. I've always made it very clear that I don't care about clout. I don't care about that stuff. I would much rather have 30, 40, 50, 60 people in here who somewhat know what they're talking about compared to 1,000 people who have genuinely no idea what they're talking about.
Like all of you in here who like think you're like doing so shit, you think you're making a ton of mistakes, like you're still doing so much better than some of these other people who are just doing it on their own, who are just going out there and just randomly guessing. You guys are at least aiming at something. And that's something to be proud of. Now, but let's move off. Let's grow off of that though. Let's not just sit there and take it. PB Trader is the worst. The guy has been 16 years old for 4 years now. Oh my god. PB Trader. I don't even know if I know who that is. Oh, I do know who you're talking about. Never mind. I know who you're talking about. Never mind. I'm not hating on any individual person. But there is that like stereotype out there right now. There's a lot of people like that. It's 10:30, so I mean, we could start getting some more movement soon. They already kind of brought us back down to step 1, so could get some really good movement here under 513.99. I would probably readjust this though, and I'd watch a combination of both of those levels. I would not ignore the true low of today. Like you'll see some traders in my chat post true lows. Like I know CM or Taylor, they'll post TLs, and you guys are like, "What is a TL?" Like PMHTL, pre-market high true, or sorry, pre-market the true pre-market high, the true pre-market low, the true low of day, the true high of day. That is a known thing. Don't ignore the true low. You don't see market, but there's definitely a level there. Could be an extra confirmation, but I see a few people post that in chat. Oh, we'll hate on them. Yeah, go ahead. Nvidia turning into the sell the news type vibes. Puts up 16% at the moment. SPY at open getting slight buyer reaction. Good call out. Good call out though. I mean, how many of you guys in chat literally said we'll probably go test today's open? I saw a few of you guys say that. You guys are awesome. I can't even be like it was just Kevo, because I saw Kevo mention it. I saw here, I'll just go find y'all. I want to say y'all's names out loud. I know Kevo for sure said it. Jacko posted it. Yeah, there's Kevo saying downtrend to retest today's open. D-Touch said it. There you go, 3 people right there. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, cool. I thought I saw it mentioned multiple times.
And like the reason they said that, my bad, I was like looking at something else. The reason they said that we could go test current day open is because we had structure here. We literally built from here. We built back up. Once we built structure here and broke, where is the highest probability area we can go to? Today's open, or where we bounced from. That's exactly where we went to. So that's why all the few people in chat that said that, or here in YouTube, they said that. Such a boring day, man. It's all right. It's a boring day, but it's actually got some action to it. Let's not be true down. I know I was downing it too, but there actually has been some action. So I can't hate it completely. Like I know it's been in beside basically 513.70s and 515.50s, but I mean inside of that range we have had some good moves. But it's okay, VC, because you and me know just as well as anybody that this is setting up an amazing day for tomorrow. Or maybe even into today. Let's not completely throw today out the window yet. But I will back you on that one, though. How's your day, though, VC? How are you doing? How you darn? Tweezy F, baby. Thank you, E, for that comment, by the way, today. It was a very cool comment. He said, such a great video. And always a great breakdown with many examples. Thanks for making this video, Leland, and all that you do. Also, thanks to B for the consistent work that you put in week after week. We greatly appreciate you. I'm so glad I found this community, as many others have mentioned time after time, and I look forward to growing with the BB fam. And that was a comment on the strike selection video. Again, if you're a member of the channel, whoops. If you're a member of the channel, you have a color on your name right now when you type in the YouTube chat. You have access to this. If you're in my Discord and you have a membership, you have access to this. You don't have to own BB Course number 2 to have access to this video. If you're a member of any extent in my community, you have access to the most powerful video that we have. So please go check that video out if you have time. Good Hefe, thanks for checking. Anytime, man. Sometimes I just want to see how you're feeling, how you're doing. I get cooped up too, man. I get kind of annoyed here and there. It's easy to get your emotions worked up. So I just wanted to make sure we're all still chilling. We want to be cool, calm, collected. Need to get access to that vid. Ace, there might be a way for me to link you. Wait, Ace, have you really not seen that video for real? I'm gonna just do this. Oh, that's bright. That's bright. No problem. Thanks for the stream today as well. Thank you, E. Seriously, I really do appreciate your comments, man. For real, for real? Okay. Hey, hit me with the for real, for real. All right. You know what I'm gonna do for you, Ace? Just for you. Well, I guess it's for everybody, but in the name of you, for the name of Ace Ventura, I'm going to make said video unlisted. I'm going to grab the shareable link, and I'm going to share it to only my people. There you go, my people. Thank you, Ace. There you go, Ace. Please watch that. Oh, take your time on it. I would watch it a couple times, honestly. Every time I've seen someone watch it once, they come back to me complaining about how something doesn't make sense, and then I show them something, and they're like, oh, my bad, I should have watched the video slower or watched it again. So I'm repeating it. Please watch it multiple times. I would review it a couple times, make sure some of the ideas in it make sense to you. But the ideology behind that video is getting the most cost-effective contract, the biggest bang for your buck. Best risk-reward contract. That's really all it is. Maybe since we are much more sideways, I got to be more towards where the price is currently, and on a trend day, can focus more on that. 0.10-ish delta. There you go. There you go, Carter. That's kind of what me and Leland have been trying to tell everybody, man. Like, backtesting it for yourself. Like, maybe some days it's going to be this. Maybe some days it's going to be that, you know? Good job, Carter. Truly digging in for yourself. Ace said, I don't care what Creator Tread says about you. You're all right. Thanks, Ace. I don't care what he says about me either. I swear.
15-minute hammer forming a close above the VWAP could send us higher. Good call out by React. How are you doing, by the way, React? I always love to check in on you as well. I see you. Do you even sleep, man? I posted some charts pretty late and some news, and I saw you react to some of them, or maybe it was in premium chat, but I swear you never sleep. And that's coming from me. This man is always up. Always ready. Living the dream, babe. It's like 2 or 3 different people in chat. It's React, Garden Trader. I swear I could post something at a random time and Garden Trader would react. And there's a third person. It starts like an I or something. I want my $2. Whoever that is. Those are like the 3 people I swear I never see like offline. Like not in terms of like seeing your profile. I mean like when I post something, y'all react pretty quickly and at random times. So I know for a fact you 3 don't sleep normal schedules. Which I highly respect. From one chaotic individual to another. Also remember the market maker does not want to make big moves so obvious. 100% Eric, I agree with that. Sleeps for the week, not much time in the day. Gotta get it where I can though. Garden Trader says insomnia. I oddly believe you. Which I'm not complaining. I noticed it and I wanted y'all to know that I noticed. But yeah, it's like I want my $2, React, Garden Trader, and then sometimes I'll see there's another person that I'm not thinking of. Sleep for the week. I'll sleep when I'm dead. That kind of mindset. SF Girl reminding us that if we go get some sunrise in the morning, go on a walk or look at the sunrise when it comes up, that we can sleep better. What's up, Elisa? How you doing today? How are all my traders doing today? Sleep is so beyond important that... No, you're right. I'm just talking shit. What is this sleep you speak of? I have no idea, man. Keeps you with a straight mindset. No, 100%. I agree. Lets you be more stable. You make less volatile decisions when you actually are rested correctly. I 100% agree. The sunrise resets your circadian rhythm. Whatever that means. Gotta look that up. No, circadian rhythm is a real thing. He's not memeing. That part, Eric. Glass of water and stand on the deck in the sun for 10 minutes if weather permits. Damn, SF, you were putting me on early. She's been telling me for a while now, honestly, like sunset, sunrise, they're very important. SPX fighting daily golden pockets, top of that golden pocket, that is. Good call out, Eric. Thank you for also making that very clear. Took 0 loss on the day and up. Nice. Good job, Mel. Take me back to 513.50. Take me back to 400.61, am I right? Going to the deck now, be right back. See you, Mike. Oh, he's going to see the sun. Looking for potential moves after noontime. Good looks, Alexis. All right, I'm here. I am officially here.
Oops. Good job, creator. God, I love the example you posted. Thank you for also showing both perspectives, the bigger and the smaller, so we could see where you got it from. That is very clean. Looks like Kevo is trimming more of his shorts, or already trimmed more of his shorts, just before I got back. Really good callouts by the group today. Kevo, you did a great job today, man. My mic on? Yeah. Don't tell me the marijuana sector's moving again. Oh, God. What's the news this time? I wouldn't touch that stuff yet. Am I a believer in the product? Yes. Am I a believer in how it's being processed, managed, and sold? No. Policy is shit. It does hurt to see those stocks down, though. Wheat, I agree with you. It hurts. MJ, CGC. What was the one that starts with an A? It's that city in Colorado. I can't think of the damn name. What's your beef with the reef? Oh, I have no beef with it. I have zero beef with it. It's the policies. The policies are shit. The way that this stuff is sold is horrible. The way it's taxed is horrible. Aurora, there you go. ACB. MJ was the ETF. We had CGC, ACB, Tilray. Hexo. I remember a lot of people liked Hexo back in the day. I'm trying to think of the other one. There's like a very, very tiny MJ stock. I don't remember it anymore. But yeah, I got the Aurora one right. Oh, SNDL. There you go. That is a cult classic. That is a cult classic. That's how you know Benny's been around. when you guys remember Sundial and you know it's a cult. Yeah, no, Sundial was a cult. Is a cult. God, I haven't seen that ticker in a long time. I'm almost like brought back in time seeing that typed. That's funny. Sundial. Damn, man, that was a good one. Oh, God. That's a meme in itself. Kids these days talk about GME and all that stuff in AMC, but they don't know about Sundial. I started in the meme days. Yeah, man. Those were honestly the craziest, but also most effective days. I feel like I learned the most from those, like the meme days, I guess we can call them. Like you said. Can we go over AMC to see if today is the day it goes parabolic? Bro, you are not lying. Every time I would stream, there would be that person that would come in here and be like, hey, man, I know you're... They would even know me. They would even be like, yo, man, I know you don't mess with these kind of stocks, but can you please look up GameStop or AMC for me and just tell me what you think? Like, just tell me what the chart's telling you, Bueller. And I swear it was the funniest thing ever. Because those people would never, ever, ever, ever look at anything else. Like, I get it. You like GameStop, AMC. I get it. Cool. Like, I'm hyped for you. But, like, that's not the only thing on the stock market. Like, can we also apply some energy in other directions or something? I didn't even hate on them. I don't even hate the AMC GameStop crowd. I respect their euphoria. I think that was awesome, what they went through. Also, the GameStop movie was actually very well done on Netflix. I should go watch that. Was it as good as The Big Short? No, not even close, but it was really good in its own regard. It also showed the truth behind everything, pretty much everything we all knew. Just a bunch of BS happening behind the scenes. But it's still pretty cool, though. And you'll see different euphoric crowds like that over time. It happens every now and then. Like the Tesla euphoric crowd, they haven't been talkative in a while, but they'll be back soon before long. What's another crowd of people that gets kind of crazy?
Bitcoin, honestly, but that's like a whole other sector in general. ...2020 was hell of a year. Definitely was. Honestly, 2019, 2020, beginning of 2021, those that whole general just area of time was was wild. Every day it was like COVID this, COVID that, and then it was like transitory this, transitory that, inflation this, inflation that. It's like Jesus Christ. And everybody would always ask me like, why is the stock market going up? Our economy is shit. Ow. Forgetting that the stock market is a forward-looking indicator. Wait, no way. Was that actually real? Mike T linked me some news. Wait, what is real life? Why is Fat Joe... Huh? Huh? Why is Fat Joe... Why is Fat Joe here? What is he doing here? And I forgot she existed, I'm not gonna lie. She's gonna be the most unmemorable vice president in the existence of this country. And it's not even her fault. She had to fly to every country to do every bit of foreign policy for our president because he was not fit to travel. I half feel bad for her, I half don't. Why is Fat Joe... Bro, I gotta look this up. Why is Fat Joe part of the policy making? What? I'm lost about that one. He's like, fuck it, I like to rap. I could be a... I could do it. It is crazy though that they have marijuana, the DEA at least, which is like the official board you go off of. They have marijuana placed as a more dangerous drug than fentanyl. I wouldn't have guessed that one. Everyone always asks, why is Fat Joe? No one ever asks, how is Fat Joe? You're right, I should have asked him how he was doing first. Maybe he would have given me answers. No, they are great newbie questions. Stinky. I keep saying stinky. Stinky. Is Real Life still around? I'm not sure. They're all cult classics, though. How is Bueller? I'm fine. Sticky icky. Poots up 20%. Spy week, Apple week. Good call outs, Mike. You're all over it. Yeah, Apple definitely giving some weakness now. Microsoft stabilizing. Nvidia also, I want to say stabilizing, hitting a gap fill, holding support, getting a little bit of a reaction. Nothing there. I might as well end stream there. We are approaching lunchtime, so probably a good time to chill. But guys, for more updates, tune into the Discord. There's a lot of amazing people and traders in there who are just really working hard together to progress, and it's a really awesome thing to see. So come be a part of it. But guys, thank you again for joining the stream. I'm going to end it here. Love you all. Feel free again to tune into Discord. Lots of great people. I'll see you guys later on.